Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I loud? Am I clear? Is anybody out there? Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live in 9 minutes and 30 seconds here. We're going to see the COMEX market open back up. We're going to see gold and silver start to fly high like a bird or sink fast like a lead weight. What's it going to be? Are we going up or down? Put it in chat right now. We're going to be live covering the breaking gold and silver news. And yes, by your request, I do have a special guest tonight who will be coming on, Stacking Surfer. We're going to be answering all your questions, breaking down all the gold and silver news. If you're ready, smash the like button, share the stream. I'm about to put the tweet out on X right now. We're going to be live in 9 minutes. Let's go.
In the borders, I'm a golden and silver stacker on the run. Circling the globe till the treasure's done. You should subscribe. Join the crustacean nation. Yeah, free silver, free gold for the whole foundation. Golden and silver stacker never alone. Never.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live in just 7 minutes and 55 seconds, breaking it all down. We're going to see the COMEX open back up live. What's going to happen after a week of hooky? We're going to cover the breaking gold and silver news, help you read the tea leaves. We're going to be live here in 7 minutes and 45 seconds. Please smash that like button. The post is on X. If you could go repost the post on X, I'd appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be live in 7 minutes and 20 seconds here. You know, when I started stacking silver and it was $13 an ounce, and I saw something that many other people didn't see, and I started stacking, I shared my journey for nearly 10 years around the world on gold and silver adventures. Thank you so much for that, Amina. They used to laugh at me and tell me I was insane. They called me a silver pumper. Then we broke 20, 30, 40, 50, up to 120. And then the bankers attacked us back down to 60. But I knew the fundamentals and I know they haven't changed. And I kept stacking. I had the intestinal fortitude to see the way through. My question to you, are you still stacking? Are you unshaken? Do you have intestinal fortitude? Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be breaking it all down here in just 6 minutes and 25 seconds. I got special guest Stacking Surfer who's going to be with me on the stream tonight. We're going to be covering all the breaking gold and silver news. We're going to be watching the markets open back up. Smash that like button if you're excited, and thank you so much for all those little emojis. Thank you, Sublime. Thank you, Amina. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Thank you, Dave. Let's go. Thank you, Silver Spurs. Are you with me? Are you still stacking? I'm still stacking. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be on point, ready to go here in just 5 minutes and 25 seconds. Hit, tap, smash that like button, share the stream. We're going to be watching the COMEX open back up, covering the breaking gold and silver news, helping you read the tea leaves in just 5 minutes and 10 seconds here. If you guys like this and any of my other music, you can listen to it anytime, day or night. Amazon Music, Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Pandora Radio. Just search International Stacker as the artist. Who wants soup? Treasure, riches untold. International Stacker, here to say
mill. Coins and bars, rare to find.
Just out, starting out early. He wants to get John Soup.
Join the crew.
It went to Dave, Acadian Stacker, nice. It went to Whilst, it went to Name, it went to Rackus, congratulations. Say thank you to Jeff Stout for those memberships. Jeff, I owe you guys a No Soup song, please remind me. Thank you so much for those for gifting those memberships. And I hate to say it, John still gets no soup. 4 minutes here.
Maps and clues, giveaways tonight.
Let's go, let's go.
Silver dream shining bright.
Whoa, Silverpug saying Viola's making soup for the Crustacean Nation, but not for John. Oh my goodness.
We're in a dance.
Yes!
Silver shine.
Let's go!
Gold's the glow.
Let's go!
Stack it high. Watch it grow. Giveaways for all. Feel the thrill. International. Stack 'em that mill. So hit that flow. Join the quest. Riches await. You're the best international stacker. Stacking strong. Silver, gold, where you belong.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to be live in 3 minutes and 15 seconds, breaking down all the gold and silver news. We have special guest Stacking Surfer coming on the stream tonight. We're going to be watching the markets open back up after they've been closed all weekend. We're going to be breaking down the tea leaves, answering your questions live. A bunch of breaking gold and silver news you're not going to want to miss. Please hit that like button. Please share the stream, retweet it on X. We're going to be live here in just 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Who's ready? Who's still stacking? Thank you, Fukin. Thank you.
Chasing that mill. Chasing that mill.
2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Crabs are grooving side to side. Ocean waves where dreams collide.
Let's go.
Claws are up, the beat we chase. Treasure gleaming, golden space. Get your claws.
Let's get a crab dance going right now. If you're ready, drop a crab in chat. Smash the like button. We're going to be live here in just 2 minutes. Who's ready? Who's ready?
Gold and silver is the key.
Let's go.
Nation, dance with me.
Thank you, Shotgun Susie. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be live in just 1 minute and 45 seconds, breaking it all down. Tap that like button. Let's go.
Gold and silver, who wants it all?
Who's ready for the Mega guy? Put Mega in chat. Who's ready? Who wants free gold, silver, and copper?
Shell Brigade. Treasures found, the music's played. Get your claws up, don't be late.
Thank you, Fingers. Fingers just gifted 5 memberships trying to get John Soup. And those went to, let me look. Those went to J-Star. It went to IMZ. It went to Charles. It went to Beers. And it went to Pravin. Thank you. Congratulations. John got no soup. Now I owe you guys 2 songs. I owe you 2 songs. It's coming. Thank you, Fingers.
Rhythms in the sand.
Here we go. 1 minute warning.
Oils laid by
1 minute warning.
We're the crew, the Shell Brigade. Treasures found, the music's played.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Get your claws up in the sky.
Let's go.
International stacker, he's our guide.
Let's go.
Gold and silver is the key.
No soup for John yet.
Nation, dance with me.
30-second warning. Do you guys want the old school or little kid intro? Tell me quick, old school or little kid?
Dance with me. Dance with me.
Tell me quick.
Dance with me. Dance with me.
One stacker on a journey to find silver. International stacker.
One stacker on a journey
To find
silver. International Stacker.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? The name's International Stacker, coming to you live from Key West, Florida, where I'm closer to Cuba than a Walmart. Over 2,200 videos on literally journeys, adventures around the world on gold and silver extravaganzas with you all. And boy, has it been so much fun. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are just 5 more subscribers away from the next big show. That's 68,800. So if you're not subscribed yet, you got to subscribe, because for 50 ounces of silver, some gold, and a bunch of other stuff, ladies and gentlemen. But let's go here to the charts and see what happened over Friday. So remember, the markets were open till Friday evening at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then they closed for the actual weekend. The whole weekend, so the market runs from Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till Friday evening at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? So the whole weekend, otherwise, it's closed. So at 5 p.m. Friday, it closes until Sunday at 6 p.m. Now, during the week, every single, 23 hours a day, the market trades. So from 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single day, there's a 1 hour break, ladies and gentlemen. And during that 1 hour break, that is the delineator, the change from the previous day's session to the next day's session, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so this is what happened on Friday, and then we're going to break down what's about to happen here in just 17 minutes. So Friday, we hit a high of $81.58. We hit a low of $79.32, and we closed on a green candle here at $80.34, ladies and gentlemen. And let me just open up, I got to get that camera switch. I need to open the app. The camera got all discombobulated. Sorry about that, but I'm going to fix it while I'm going here. So $80.34 it closed at. Silver futures was at $80.83. So that's this purple one here. 80.83, that is the silver futures. So currently at close, we're still like, 50 cents? 50 cents in a normal contango here. We're going to see what happens when we open up here. Again, we did close on a green candle in silver. Now gold. Ladies and gentlemen, on Friday, it closed on a green candle at 4,715 after hitting a high at 4,749.82 and a low of 4,702.06. So both of those on green candles, both of those are going to be very interesting to see what happens here when we open back up. Gold to silver ratio closed at 58.66 ounces of silver for every ounce of gold, ladies and gentlemen. And over here, the Shanghai Futures Exchange, the big La Bamba, the big boy, ladies and gentlemen, right here, it closed at, on Friday, it hit a high of 91.80, first off. It hit a low of 90.08, and it closed on a red candle of $90.80, ladies and gentlemen. So this chart right here is going to be starting to trade again at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight, okay? So these charts, gold and silver here on the COMEX, are going to be starting to move here in just about 6 minutes. 6 minutes, that's going to happen. And then after that, 3 hours from then, we'll see the big La Bamba here starting to move on the Shanghai Futures Exchange. I'm going to be breaking down a bunch of stuff. I'm going to be answering a bunch of your questions. We got breaking gold and silver news, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a wild stream, and yes, Stacking Surfer, by your request, is going to be coming live on air as the silver market opens, so we're going to have a good time there. Now, first off, if you want 5 ounces of silver at spot, check out Hero Bullion. They're proud sponsors of the channel, and I appreciate it so much. And thank you so much, Cheryl Clark, for that emoji. I really appreciate it. 5 ounces at spot here. Currently, that's $403.33. Shipping is absolutely free right to your door if you're in the United States. And also, if you want some Mrs. International Stacker coffee, that's out. But the big one, the big news, guys, is the website's open. Internationalstacker.com. Internationalstacker.com. Go check it out. There's a bunch of information on here, but I just released this. If you go to resources right here, this is the Precious Metals Tracker 2.0. There's a bunch of great information on here. And one of the best things about this website is you could go to live metals prices. Anytime, day or night, when the market's open, of course, you can see the Oneida charts here for copper, gold, silver, platinum, palladium. And market hours you could see here for all the markets and see they're all closed currently. So there's a bunch of great information on here. If you have no idea about what No Suit for John is, or what any of this stuff means, or Daisy the Camel, or anything, ladies and gentlemen, you can go here and you can see all the channel lore, everything that happened along the way. Okay, so we're going to jump in here to the breaking gold and silver news. I'm going to be covering that. And if you got questions, hold them in chat. Hold them in chat. I will be answering your questions here in about, 14 minutes? No, 12 minutes. Let me cover the news, and then I will be answering your questions here live, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. If you're not following me on X, previously known as Twitter, please do. That's INTL Stacker. You got to be doing that. Why? Because I put breaking news on here all the time, and even when I'm not live, if you want to stay abreast of what's going on. Okay, and here's the CEO of Beantown Coins. That's a fun little video on there. Okay, so I'm going to jump right into the news right now, and I think what I want to do, I want to start with the watch out situation. So this is the breaking gold and silver watch outs for the week. I do these every Sunday for the entire week, and now they're posted on my website. So if you go here to news and blog, you can read more about it. I'm about to give you the abbreviated, but you can go here and you can read all the detailed information about these watchouts. So here we go. Weekly silver and gold watchouts, high volatility ahead. This could get absolutely wild, ladies and gentlemen. Packed schedule and heavy geopolitics. Monday, Kevin Warsh expected to be confirmed as new Federal Reserve Chair. That's on Monday. So it is expected. He's still got to get confirmed by the Senate, but that is expected to come. Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. And guys, remember, when he was not named by President Trump, the market was pretty volatile. Gold and silver went down because he has a history of being hawkish, meaning raising interest rates, definitely not cutting them. But I do believe, since he's being nominated by the president, I do believe he is going to be dovish, which means I think we are going to see interest rates coming. If there's interest rates getting slashed, that's bullish for gold and silver. If inflation is increasing, that's bullish for gold and silver. Remember that. So anyways, nevertheless, come Monday, it's expected he will be getting confirmed. Tuesday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to see the U.S. April CPI, that's the inflation report, come out. And this is the biggest market mover of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Thursday, we're going to see U.S. April retail rates, a weekly Fed balance sheet update, and speech by the one of the Federal Reserve governors, Michael S. Barr. So that speech is coming. And then Friday, that's Jerome Powell's last day, his last day in office. His term officially ends on Friday as Fed chair. And then also, too, President Trump that day, I believe Friday, is going to be doing a summit with President Xi in China. Okay? We already know if Jerome Powell said he's going to stay in that position until a new Fed chair is confirmed. So if Warsh is not confirmed, if something crazy happens this week, he's not going to leave the seat. And then even when Warsh gets in, he said he's going to stay in as one of the Federal Reserve board members. Okay? That's unheard of. That has not happened. The only time that's happened is when a president's asked it to happen like one time. So that is very, very, very rare. Okay. So ongoing geopolitical risks here, ladies and gentlemen. Iran and Strait of Hormuz tensions. Remember, that's major geopolitical risk for gold and silver and the prices. And then also Russia-Ukraine ceasefire developments, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if a lot of you heard, but there was a 3-day ceasefire. Russia had their parade. It went off. It went off without a hitch, and yeah, so there's more to come on that. So if you want to know more deeper about the gold and silver weekly watchouts, again, make sure to go to my website here, go to news and blogs right here. It's the literal last post if you want the more details. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, look at this. Are you still stacking? David is. He is stacking a silver and Mrs. International Stacker Coffee. Look at David Michael here. He's got the cork. He's got the coffee and the cork. Look at that. He's got his stack. I need to get this one, guys. The Han Solo and the Carbonite. I need to get that so very badly, but that is awesome, David. That is awesome. Okay. Next piece of news here. Silver and gold watchout situation. Iran Hormuz tensions escalating over the weekend. Here's the latest developments, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday, U.S. forces disabled multiple Iranian tankers attempting to breach the blockade. So that was Saturday. Saturday and Sunday, fresh clashes, explosions, and exchanges of fire near Keshem Island, Bandar Abbas, and Surik. Today, Sunday, Iran formally responded to the latest U.S. peace proposal. Today, Sunday, Iran warns of severe consequences for ships that are currently in the Strait of Hormuz. By the way, there's a bunch of U.S. Navy around. Trump calls the Iranian response today to the U.S. peace proposal totally unacceptable. The world's most critical oil checkpoint, ladies and gentlemen, remains highly volatile, and the markets are going to be opening in just 8 minutes and 30 seconds. What's going to happen? Are we going up? Are we going down? Let me know. But if you want to read more about it, there is an article there that gives you more information. Now, this is a big one. Oh, and I forgot, guys, when we were doing the countdown, shout out to Jeff Stout and shout out to Fingers. When we were doing the countdown, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I hate to say it, they both get to 5 memberships each, and there was no soup for John.
Sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Taste the soup.
We tried. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
And thank you, Alpha Crab, for the super chat. I do appreciate it. But here we go. The big piece of news. Toyota just got smoked. Chinese battery breakthrough could send silver soaring. A Chinese startup just rolled out a multiple A sample, all solid state batteries. There we go. 12 to 18 months ahead of Toyota's timeline. Now remember, the big news with Toyota and Samsung and all these companies is they've been working on solid state batteries that could charge electric vehicles like in 5 minutes. Okay, very quickly. But they use like a kilogram of silver. So going down on this, why does this matter for silver? Next gen solid state batteries could use up to a kilogram. That's 32.15 technically. 32.15 troy ounces of silver per 100 kilowatt pack. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a big deal. And everything else that uses a battery pack solid state could be affected. I'm talking about air travel, space travel, etc. That's 15 to 30x more silver than the current lithium ion batteries for electric vehicles. The industrial silver demand super cycle is accelerating fast. There's an article there if you want to read more about it, but that is a pretty big news there. Okay, going down here to David Morgan. This is a fun one. David Morgan drops a powerful history lesson on silver deficits. In his latest weekly perspective video he put out, there he talks about how there was a massive 1.5 billion ounce silver deficit in the 1990s to 2006 for 15 straight years. Yet the price barely moved for most of that time. Fast forward to today, structural deficits for 6+ years, but now we have far higher awareness, massive investment demand, and exploding industrial use, EVs, solar, AI, those batteries I just mentioned. So it's a completely different time now than it even was in 1990 and 2006. Deficits matter much more this time around, ladies and gentlemen. There's the video there if you want to go watch it. It's like 30 minutes. And it's absolutely great. And I did want to say thank you so much, Humble Stacker, for being a crustacean commander for over a month, saying, great channel, love it here. Love to have you here, thank you. And Alpha Crab says, sir, I recommended a Mercy War Room stream to address the situation. The 42nd Legion Recon Wing is on standby. Thank you for that, Alpha Crab, but we're all good. No worries there. And I did want to shout out Michael D here, guys. Look at Michael D. Drinking Mrs. IS coffee will bring you good luck for the next 10 years. It's science. And look, he's got Mrs. IS, he's got Mrs. IS, he's got the mug to drink it out of. And it appears as soon as he assembled these three things here that the silver chart started to go haywire in the positive direction. So thank you so much for the support, Michael D. And here's the next piece of news here. And guys, we're going to be watching the charts here in just 5 minutes. 5 minutes until we see the charts. And then probably 8 minutes from now, Stacking Surfer is going to be joining us. Major de-dollarization alert, ladies and gentlemen. China's dumping U.S. treasuries at record speed while stacking massive amounts of gold. The U.S. is shipping them the gold. So they're stacking it. We're debasing the dollar. They're de-dollarizing, and we're saying, here's more gold. So China sold over 1.3 trillion in U.S. debt rapidly, down to just the 693 billion in bonds they hold. That's U.S. debt as bonds. At the same time, China is buying a record amount of gold. For the last 18 months now, they've been adding record gold. And America, guess what? Our number one export for the last five of the last 6 months has been non-monetary gold. That means bullion, coins, bars, etc. So China's been selling their bonds They've been buying gold, and we've been record exporting gold around the world. Most of that's going to Switzerland and other places, but that's the first stop until it gets to China, and they're buying up every last ounce they could find, seems like these days. This is one of the biggest quiet shifts happening in the global finance right now, and that no one's really talking about it. If you want to find out more, this is an article on my website here. Here it is here. Go check out the full article. It's only about a 6-minute read, but I go into much more detail about what's going on there. A nice little clip here from, where was this? That's with the lug at the Fun Coin Show. That was a fun one. And are you still stacking? Don is. He's stacking silver at spot. Look at this. Don says, picked up my Hero Bullion package. It came today, 5 ounces at spot. Look at that. Wow. And we're about to go to the charts here. Look real quick. Are you celebrating America's 250th? Guys, are you buying any branded America 250 silver? Look at this one from Hero Bullion, 250 years of independence. Are you buying any American 250th branded silver? Let me know. Put 250 in chat. And guys, again, the website is live. You have real time world gold and silver stacking. It just got his new home. You've got live metal spots. You got market prices. You got real-time global trading information. You've got adventures, videos, you got information, and I'm also going to be hiding 25 ounces of silver around the United States. So if you go to my website and click on Hidden Hoard here, these are the places I'm laying the silver eggs. So the first, I'm going to be hiding 5 ounces of silver in Atlanta, June 4th or 5th, 5 in Knoxville, Tennessee, the 5th or the 6th, 5 at the Summer Fun Coin Show in Orlando, Florida, from the July 9th to the 11th. Another 5 from July 15th to 20th in Springfield, Illinois, and another 5 between August 25 and 28 at the A&A Coin Show. Here it is. More silver is going to be planted around the United States. It is sponsored again by Hero Bullion, 5 ounces at a time. You guys can find it. Who's going to find the first one? And ladies and gentlemen, I'm issuing a 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Well, now it's 1 minute and 40 seconds until these charts open back up, ladies and gentlemen. What's going to happen? Are you team green? Are you team red? Are we going up or down? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to switch these to Pyth. So silver is now on Pyth. Gold is now on Pyth. Remind me at like 6:05 to switch it back to Oneida, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please remind me to do that. But I owe you one more video. Someone tried to get John soup. And I hate to say it. Hey, Cargo Bob, we're downtown Key West right now. You want to go get some soup?
No soup for John.
No soup for John. How do you say that in German?
Keine Suppe for John.
Please, sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Here's the soup.
We tried. No soup for John.
Good soup.
And no soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
And if you're like, what the heck does no... And guys, this chart's opening in 45 seconds. If you're like, what the heck is this no soup for John thing? Go to my channel or my website, internationalstacker.com. Go to channel lore. Go down to the bottom, no soup for John. It tells you about it, what the meme is. But the best thing about this right here is it tells you it's been exactly 18 days. 18 days since there's been no soup for John. That meme started 18 days ago, and we're opening here in 20 seconds. I see some of you say we're going up. I see some of you say we're going down, ladies and gentlemen. We've got over 1,200 people on the live stream right now. Please keep smashing that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Buckle up. Prepare for a good show. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are open. The markets are open, and we are moving a little bit. When green, then red. Give it a second here. Give it a second. An Okie Stacker gifted 1 membership, and that went to Uncle Tuscan Sam. Congratulations. Or Toucan Sam. Congratulations. Say thank you to Okie Stacker. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. I owe you a song, but let's watch this candle for 1 second here. Guys, we just had a big move down in silver. We went from $80.35 to $80.10. But let's see what happens here. On a BRC, a big red candle for silver. Channel members, you know what to use. Look at that with gold. A BRC for gold as well. So far in the trading session, which just started at 43 seconds ago, gold is down 0.4%. Silver's down 0.32%. Now, what do you guys want? Are you guys done? Do you want it to go higher? Do you want it to go higher and just go to the moon already? Or do you want a massive drop so you can load up more silver? Put higher or drop? Which do you want? Well, those who want to drop, guys, we are dumping right here big time. This is definitely a BRC. We just went from $80.34 to $79.53. That's down 1% in silver. And gold is a similar territory here. Well, not as bad. It's down 0.36%. That means that gold to silver ratio is going to be going up here shortly. If this holds, but we are still in the first candle. Ladies and gentlemen, there's one thing we do on this channel that some scientists say works 90% of the time, every time, to turn a red candle green or a green candle to a BGC. Channel members, what is it? You know what we gotta do? Okay, I'm gonna try to do the baby gator noise. Here we go. How do you do the baby gator noise? Yeah. I don't know. Whoa, whoa, what was that? It was a giant lizard just jumped. That thing was massive. I thought I actually summoned an alligator for a second there. That thing was massive. I thought it was going to be like Chubbs from Happy Gilmore, but some scientists on the channel worked out that that can be very bullish for silver. And let's see if it actually is, because now we're down to $79.49. We're down almost $1, about 10 cents sub $1. But you know who we need to bring on to talk about this and so much more? I'm going to bring on a stacker. His name is Stacking Surfer. We're gonna bring him on in about 1 minute, so if you're ready for Stacking Surfer, drop some surfing related emojis in the chat. I know there's a wave. I don't know if there's a surfboard. See what you could find, maybe some palm trees. Drop those in chat. We're gonna be bringing him on soon, ladies and gentlemen. The market has been open now for 2 minutes and 40 seconds, and we got some pretty big red candles. Okay, let's go here. Okay, yeah, we're down about a little less than $1. 93 cents on silver right now is what we're down since we just started 2 minutes and 54 seconds ago. Gold, we're down for $24.90. Woo! Let's keep going lower here. Keep going lower here. Oh, guys, you know what clip I'm going to get? I just didn't have time to do it. I'm going to get the one from Tiger King. I'll never financially recover from this. I'm going to have that clip so we can play that when things go like this. But guys, I know many of you know this, the meme about John. Somebody actually sent John something in the mail, guys. Someone sent him something in the mail.
As they're telling me it's over, I'm still stacking. As they're telling me to do something else, I'm still stacking.
Where do you get?
The big bankers, COMEX, I'm still stacking.
What the hell?
Because
Somebody sent John soup. Someone sent him crab soup. And AG Farmer, Diamond Claws for 3 months. Thank you so much. Just happy Mother's Day and happy birthday, Rat Stacker. Big happy birthday to Rat Stacker. Happy Mother's Day to Mrs. IS and all the mothers out there. A big happy Mother's Day. And ladies and gentlemen, who's ready for Stacking Surfer? I'm going to be bringing him on here in about maybe 20 seconds or so. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. It's about to literally happen here. Let me pull this down here. Okay, I'm going to be bringing him on here. Let's see if we can bring him in. Stacking Surfer, are you there?
I am here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, guys, how is Stacking Surfer's audio? Say, is it good or not? So tell them a little bit about yourself so they can check the audio.
Okay, good. All right, so I've been stacking since 2019, and I went crazy and started really backing up the truck back in 2021, and also in 22. And then I got encouraged to start a channel by a few friends. You guys might know Yankee Stacking and also Stormy from Empire Precious Metals. And the rest is history. I've had a YouTube channel out for about 3 years now. I've had a blast doing this. And I've got a good mix of talking about stacking, bringing some big names on to do interviews with. And then one of the favorite things for me is going down to the beach. I'm in Southern California. We go to the pier. And we ask people if they'd rather have a Klondike bar or a silver bar. And luckily for me, most of them wanted Klondike bars. Those were a lot cheaper to hand out than silver bars.
Dang, that's fun. And you said you backed up the truck in 2021. So, like, what made you start stacking silver?
So, first I grabbed some gold because I saw all the money printing that went on from the pandemic that happened. And I could, I've got a background in finance. I've got a background in marketing too. And and then my family's background's in banking and in real estate. And so I was
Wait a
very
second,
well,
are you a banker? Are you an evil banker?
I'm not an evil banker.
Okay,
We're trying to
sorry.
fix this stuff.
Sorry.
So we have a background in banking, but we weren't bankers. How's that? We were working with savings and loans, trying to help get loans for the people, better rates, and try to help people get loans that maybe couldn't afford them from the banks, or maybe the banks would turn you guys down. And so I grew up in that kind of a setting where we tried to help as many people as we could. But I knew about inflation. I knew that gold was a good hedge of inflation. And as I started buying some gold up, I found YouTube that there were all these fun channels on there. There were a lot of auctions going on. So if you remember back in those days, there was a lot of auctions going on. So I went to Guido Stacking, Silver Dragons, Empire Precious Metals, and we were having fun on those auctions, buying up different silver coins. Here's an example of one. This is just a generic, but that's nice. A nice generic round.
Yeah.
And then I'd also pick up some fun things like this too. So
nice.
5 ounce Year of the Dragon. I don't know what year that one is. That's 2012. So I picked it up like in 21.
Nice.
But anyway, I started picking up a lot of silver. And so I've been kind of a person that's been a little bit of a 50-50 mix as far as dollar value goes. But over time, I'm more silver now, because of how much more silver has been beating gold lately. But I'm a huge fan of both metals.
Now, what do you think about this opening? We had a big gap down on gold and silver, which is okay, because that means hopefully I get to play my gap-filling song soon. And ladies and gentlemen, channel members, I do have the brand new gap, fill the gap emoji in chat. It's a shell for the shells that the crustaceans were in that video. But anyways, what do you think of this big gap down we just had in gold and silver? Is it done? Is it over? Is it going to silver? Is it going to zero? Are we through?
I don't think we're through yet. I think we're going to have a little bit of I don't think we're off to the moon yet. I think we're getting closer. I still think there's a little bit more consolidation coming over the next couple weeks.
Now, when you say moon, I've heard through the grapevine that you're saying some crazy numbers. You're saying like $1 trillion silver. Like, what are you saying? What are you saying, and when are the time frames? And guys, first off, before he tells you what he thinks, remember, we're both not financial advisors. I'm just some dude on the internet with crabs. He's just some surfer from the West Coast that sometimes... do you ever find the what are those things called? Sand dollars. Do you ever find sand dollars out there in the sand?
I don't know if I haven't seen any sand dollars out here, but what we do have is great white sharks. So every time I go surfing, you don't look down.
You need to get some. You need to make some silver sand dollars. That'd be pretty cool. Like,
that would be cool. We'll have to do that. I am going to be doing a slot at the Wounded Warrior Project auction coming up on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. I think we're going to be going on the 5th on Sunday.
Cool.
And I think I'm going to be putting one of my silver surfboard pours on there.
Nice.
So we'll have some fun stuff like that. But we do have some cool surfboard stuff, but sand dollars would be really fun. We need to do that.
Okay, now back to the original question. What's your insane prediction?
Okay, so first off, this year, my prediction is we're going to hit $6,500 in gold.
Okay.
And we're going to hit $200 in silver.
Woo!
Okay. So I think it's pretty bullish. I'm heavily bullish on gold and silver this year. Now, I still think we could have a little bit more consolidation, and I think a lot of people right now feel like we've broken out. But here's the issue. We still have a couple other foundations that need to be completely confirmed, right? And so you're looking for a weekly. I'm looking for a weekly close at $81 on silver, and to me, I think we're going to probably go off from that. I did have some guys on, Kevin Wadsworth and Patrick Krim. They're the North Star Bad Chart guys. I think they've got the best charts. You can find them on X. And then I had a video recently with them. And basically, they're looking at a few more confirmations to hit it, but they like to have a lot of confirmation before they go with it. I'm still buying silver. I bought a bunch of silver last week. I bought silver the week before. Now, my crazy predictions, okay, and I haven't said this on my own channel yet, but here's where I think things could really go. And it depends on how fast we get there, and it depends on a few different things that are going on with the market. So, rates going down, inflation, do we end up with a recession, a depression? Any of those things that happen, I think they're going to print us out of them. So I don't think we're going back to 1929, 1930. If those things happen, it's temporary. Don't panic sell. In my opinion, I think it's going to go a lot higher. So where could we go? I'm going to call it within the next decade or so. Maybe it goes a little bit longer, but I think we could see $20,000 to $25,000 gold. And silver, I think we're going to be somewhere between $500 and $1,000.
Whoa!
And
when, and by what year were you saying?
And this is in the next 10 years.
10 years.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw $2,000 silver. Now, you guys might ask, well, why would that happen? Well, if we get into a situation where we just have a lot of financial corrections, if we have a lot of banks collapsing, if we have something that like cyber attacks, or we look at other things that look like, the fiat system's completely coming off the rails, those numbers aren't crazy, especially when you start to take into account all the money printing that's going to come. The other thing I talk about on my channel a lot too is stable coins and CBD.
Whoa. I just lost him. We just lost him. Where'd he go? Hold up. He just disappeared. I think his battery might have died on his laptop. So let's give it a second here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if he jumps back on here. What in the world just happened? Hold up. Here he is. Are you back? What happened? Can you hear me? I can hear you. I can hear you. You are alive. We can hear you. We can hear you, Stacking Surfer. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear
me now?
Yes. We
Okay.
can. Are you good? Can you hear me?
We're live, guys. I don't know what happened with the other audio, so we'll go with this. I might be a little delayed.
Okay.
All right. All right, so the audio on the other thing's gone, but I can hear it on this, so it's a little delayed.
Go for it. So continue what you were saying.
So that's my prediction. I don't know if we're going to hit it for sure, guys. Here, let me take that down. Just a second.
You guys were having technical difficulty, and it's like I have a reporter on the ground in Jerusalem. We have like a 4-second delay. He's trying to fix it, but ladies and gentlemen, look at the chart. Silver is pushing back higher, ladies and gentlemen. We now went up to $79.56. We are starting to close that gap here. A Stacking Surfer feverishly works to fix his connection. And now here, let me try to bring him back in. Hold up. Can you hear me now?
I can. Sometimes you just have to reset stuff.
Oh my gosh, what happened? You said we were going to $2,000 silver, and the banker shut off your stream. Okay, now real quick, those are some wild numbers.
They are wild numbers.
I'll be the first to say it, but like if you go to look at Zimbabwe, they printed $1 trillion notes. So like, was $1 trillion silver crazy at one point? No, it actually happened. So like, but here's one thing I want to say, because you got to be responsible, folks. And when people hear $2,000 silver, does that mean they should go get a bunch of credit cards and charge them up because it's going to 2,000? They're going to shoot the moon and moon. Does that mean they should sell their children in a kidney? It's going big. Like, how should people react to that? Is it happening for sure? Is this just your thesis? Like, when we throw out yeah, go for it.
Here's what I tell you guys. If you look at the last move in silver, okay, we go back to like 1980, 2011. Getting to $500 silver would be par with those moves, okay? And that can take anywhere from the next couple months. If you're listening to David Morgan, he thinks it could happen this summer. It might even happen. It might take all the way to 2035 to hit it. Everything's kind of pointing to the possibility of that happening. It's not 100% guaranteed.
Right.
Now, I think for sure we're going to go back over $100. I have I would give that a 99% probability. I think we're going to go much higher than that even this year. That's why I say about $200. Now, getting to things like 500 to 1,000 or even $2,000 are possible, but we have to have a lot of things start to crack down to happen. So I definitely would not buy based on that. Frankly, if you're buying silver to just get a profit out of it, you're probably not going to be stacking a lot of the physical really hard. You're probably going to be doing more mining stocks. You might be buying SLV. You might be, trading futures, other things like that. You need to be watching that very closely if you're going to be doing that. These markets are very volatile. I mean, we just saw a very volatile open here, right? Very quickly. Mm-hmm. So I think it's also a good hint is to not buy or sell right in the first few minutes.
Yeah, and now we're starting to move up and close that gap a little bit. Imagine if people, some people in that just got liquidated. Some people just got margin called. And guys, if you're trading like on the COMEX, if you're trading futures, you are leveraged. And I'm not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet with crabs. But for the love of God, don't get leveraged. They will destroy you. They will burn your bloodline to the ground in 3 seconds and sleep well at night. That's what I like to say there.
They'll margin call you, and you don't want to be there. I've been there before in my past on other stuff when I was much younger, learning.
Oh, man.
And you don't want to be doing that. So I don't recommend leveraging. I recommend a long-term hold with gold and silver. I like to have a 10-year outlook. Now, in that perspective, right? But a lot of this I hold in my deep stack. I'm just passing it to my kids. I'm not selling it. But I'm a hedge stacker. I stack in 10 different ways. I cover that on my channel. And, some of those are things like gold backs. So these are my 2 favorite gold back designs out there.
Nice.
I think those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
And, just a little self-promotion. If by the end of this stream we get to... by some chance we get to 20,000 subscribers today, I'm giving these out, which are about $50 each.
Whoa, well, let me pull up your channel here.
We'll see what we can do here, guys.
We got a little bit of work to do.
It's not impossible.
We got a little bit of work to do. Check him out, guys. He's Stacking Surfer. He's got 26,200 subscribers. And what number are you trying to get to?
Trying to get to 27,000.
So that's only 800. Okay. Less than 800, 700. Okay, guys, go check him out.
It's doable.
Yeah.
So, and if we go over that, I've got some other stuff we'll throw in. So, but anyway, that's the thesis that I think we could hit. Now, guys, I'm telling you, if we get to $1,000 or $2,000 silver, your other investments aren't going to look so hot. Okay.
Yeah.
You're probably going to see some issues with your housing prices. We may have had some correction with that. Your dollar will have lost a lot of purchasing power as well. Mm-hmm. So, when you get to those extreme numbers in a quick amount of time, it's usually due to major inflation as well as probably money printing and interest rates going down to save something. So I don't necessarily wish and hope for $1,000 to $2,000 silver because it's an ugly place we go to if it happens that fast.
Right. No, and here's the thing. First off, ladies and gentlemen, you all should know the Federal Reserve is not federal, nor is it a reserve. But on their website that's public, it says a minimum of 2% inflation every year is their goal. So, if they're always going to increase by 2% minimum, that means eventually everything's going to get a lot more expensive. And then, yeah, maybe that $1,000 is not you're not going to be dancing in the street if silver hits $1,000, right?
No, but in my opinion, you'll be okay. You'll be able to still afford and buy things. So, the better premise is getting to $500 silver. I think $500 silver gets us in a position where your purchasing power increases multiples from what it is today. Mm-hmm. But not everything else has to completely blow up and go down. Silver is still the most manipulated and undervalued metal out there, in my opinion. Some people might argue copper as well. But it's not a monetary metal, and it's definitely one that's harder to deal with because the premiums are crazy high on it. But honestly, I think silver is the place to go. Now, I'm a gold bug as well, but right now is a much better time to be holding silver and looking to a gold to silver ratio going lower, and being able to flip it into gold if you want some gold. And that's a lot of the kind of things that I'm looking to do over time, but I will never completely go into one or the other. I always like to have a little bit of each for different reasons.
Now, I feel a little catfish because your name is Stacking Surfer, and I've not heard one bra or totally or radical. How did you come up with your name Stacking Surfer?
Okay. So a couple things. I born in Orange County, California. I've lived all over the country, and I've come back to my home here. And I did not grow up surfing. I did grow up going to the beach a little bit, and I lived way too close for not going as much, but my parents didn't take me much to it until I got in junior high, and we started doing a lot of bodyboarding, okay? Boogie boarding, if some people call it.
I remember that, yeah.
But when I came back here, and I moved back here about 9 years ago, I started taking up surfing, and I loved it. And I've got a lot of health issues, but surfing is something that... I don't know. For me, it's worked out for me. So I've got a 9.5 foot long surfboard, actually several of them. And I love going out to the beaches here and surfing longboard. I look forward to the day of getting my health a little better to where I could do more shortboard surfing. But to me, I study wave patterns too. That's something I've kind of, just picked up in over time and with investing. So there's a couple things. One, it's a Southern California vibe. It's fun. I love surfing. My first video is at the bottom of the ocean right now on a couple GoPro cameras that came off my surfboard. I don't know if those will ever be recovered.
Not nice.
But it's back when the Fed and Jerome Powell was, it actually wasn't Jerome Powell.
Janet Yellen?
Let's see. Maybe I guess it was Jerome Powell. So when he first came on, he was starting to pump, he was pumping money into the system.
Yeah.
Anyway, the other thing is looking at waves. So if you guys look at waves in the ocean, they come in what's called, there's a swell that comes in, okay? And that'll last for a few days, a lot of times, but then there's a wave that comes in and there's a set. So you may have a wave set that comes in where there's a bunch of waves for about 15 minutes, and then it'll stop and nothing will happen for about 20 minutes. And it all changes, depends on tides and everything else. But when a wave comes in, there's smaller waves that lead up to a big wave, and then it goes back down to smaller waves. And so the surfing part of this is let's surf the largest gold and silver tsunami that we've ever had in history. That's what I think's coming. So that's a lot of the imagery I kind of wanted to go with, is I want to help everybody become a surfer to surf this wave. And it's not just one wave, right? We just completed a massive wave at the beginning of this year. I think we're going to have another massive wave this year, and I think we're going to continue to have some other massive waves in 2027, 2028, 2029, maybe even up into 2030. I don't know exactly what's going to happen when we get that far out because it gets a little tricky, and depending on how these waves go, they could be extended to where we get into 2035 and continue to see a significant bull run. But like I said, it all depends on what happens with the money system. It depends on what the global banking cartels decide to do. And, you know, right now they're buying gold like crazy, which tells me they're probably looking for some kind of a reset or financial calamity. I mean, otherwise, why would you go into that much insurance? And
I mean, I just did an article on that on my website. Guys, go to internationalstacker.com. It's brand new. But right here, it says China's dumping $600 billion in debt while stacking record gold, and really talking about that in the different BRICS nations and what's going on with all these central banks stacking gold. And, you know, I think it really just puts us in a unique time. But I did want to shout out 365 Days of Silver did do a super chat, and he said, stacking surfer, loving the beard. Now, I've got you on the thumbnail. All the pictures I found of you were clean shaven. Where'd this beard come from, man? I'm liking it.
So I just decided not to shave during Thanksgiving break.
Okay.
And then it just kind of stuck. People are like, no, don't shave it. Don't get rid of it. And so my wife has me kind of trim it up a little bit. However, I might go a little longer with it. I've been growing my hair out too. It was quite a bit shorter. She told me I need to be careful because I might look like the stacking lumberjack instead of the stacking surfer if I go too crazy. But you guys would be surprised. You get all kinds of people when you see them surfing. There are people that just don't shave anything and their face, it looks like a caveman. But that's where it's gone. It just kind of stuck. Now, I got to work on some new thumbnails. So I'm working on some new headshots. We've got a website that's coming out in June. So I'm in the process of doing that. So we're going to be kind of rechanging a little bit of the brand image just a little bit and kind of filling with that because everything else is clean shaven.
Now, I've noticed you've had like Andy Scheckman on the channel. You've had Lynette Zhang. You've had a lot of the popular folks out there. And when you're talking to them lately, not old videos, but lately, is all the consensus pretty much the same? Like, we are nearly there? Like, because people like me, I've been yelling about silver since like 2015 or something. And like when it's finally happening, you're like, oh my gosh, we're here. And although my next target for this year is 152, not a financial advisor, just some dude on the internet with crabs. Like, that's what I believe is going to happen. I believe we're going to be over 100 very quickly. But maybe not. Maybe it takes 2 years. I don't know. So for gold and silver stackers that have been doing it for a long time, it's finally awesome to see vindication and seeing those times happen. And what is the sense you get from them? Are they all thinking it's pretty much imminent for the next leg up when you talk to them?
They do. So, you know, when I talk to Andy, we haven't said this recently on any of the interviews, but it still applies. I'm a baseball fan. He's a baseball fan. He's got one of the coolest baseball collections. I hope to go to his house maybe this summer to fall and do a live stream there with him. But he also played baseball, so he's a big baseball fan. we both kind of see this as the second inning of the World Series of baseball right now. So there's still multiple innings left. And if you guys watch or follow baseball at all, there's times where you'll have someone hit a grand slam. Okay. Well, we just had a grand slam, which came out this last year into this year. And that grand slam, frankly, I think we can have many more of those as well. And I think they're looking at that too. You know, Andy always is talking about the importance of, watching what's going on at the COMEX, watching what's happening with the Federal Reserve and what's happening with BRICS. And those are kind of the three big things he's kind of built a lot of his narrative around. We continue to see people pulling silver out of the COMEX. We continue to see the CME group out of Chicago, the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. Somehow their air conditioning systems or their cooling systems for their servers that trade silver continue to break.
On the coldest night. On the coldest night.
On the coldest night. Total BS. So, they know that things are going down. And you guys, honestly, here's what's happening. There's a global war, in my opinion, to get as much raw material as you can. And these nations are trying to do it. And I think it's basically kind of a Cold War that's happening behind the scenes. And I think what's happening is they're trying to slow us down from driving the price up too high so that they can get as much as they can. And at some point, it's going to get too high to where the countries aren't going to really be able to accumulate it as much unless they start printing more money. So watch out for that, because I think that might come. But that's what Andy talks about. So he talks about little by little by little, and then all of a sudden. And so I think we saw one of those all of a sudden moments just recently. I think we're going to see multiple of those, and that's what he talks about. So he's pretty bullish. He's looking at pretty high numbers too. When I talked to Lynette Zing, she's looking at more of like let's just call it a financial reset. Mm-hmm. Andy will mention some of that too, but Lynette hits that pretty heavy, where she still sees a high probability of a confiscation that goes on. She doesn't really talk about silver, more on the gold side. And that if that does happen, they're going to reset the gold, and it's probably going to be to a number between 50 and 200,000 plus. Now, also not financial advice. Don't base anything off of that, guys, because if that happens, it also means we have massive inflation, okay? Like, it changes everything.
Yeah, everything's gone to hell in a handbasket at that point. You better be growing tomatoes and cucumbers at that point.
Yes. So you really don't want those things. So, when I look at their thesis and their hypothesis and what's going on, there's a few different ways you can kind of hedge for that stuff. But in general, guys, it's this stuff. So I'll show you a couple other coins I've got that I brought up. This is a vault box. You never know what you're going to get from these things, but this was a really nice MS70 Libertad.
And while he's showing these coins off, guys, we got over 1,200 crustaceans in the chat right now. If you're enjoying this interview and other interviews we do here on Sunday evenings, please smash the like button. We're only 40 away from 500. Let's get it up. And what do you got next for us? What are you showing us here?
So here's the thing. You got gold and silver, right? And as you guys look at these coins, my best thing is, here's what I would say to you guys. The dollar is going to continue losing purchase power over the next so many years that we still have a dollar.
And it's designed that way. That's what a lot of people don't get. It's literally the design.
It is. And so it's going to be 2% a year minimum. The reality is it's probably closer to 6 right now, and it was about 20 about 2 years ago. So when these things happen, your gold and silver will eventually catch up, and it'll surpass it, okay? If I would have just taken all of my money in the year 2000 and put it into gold and held on to it until, let's say, the GSR hit over 100 and I flipped it into silver, I would have like 10 times the wealth I have today. And in the meantime, I did real estate investing. I played the stock market. I built businesses. I worked for other companies. I'm telling you, this stuff just makes a lot of sense, especially going into the market we're in. Now, if you go before 2000, it wasn't the same story. But everything kind of shifted once we had the dot-com bubble. And we basically went into this perpetual time that we have to print money to keep the economy going or it dies. And so if you guys understand finance and you study that, you'll get it. If you don't understand it, what I would tell you guys is stacking is going to become a more important thing to be able to keep up with your lifestyle and then to make your lifestyle better. So I think we're going to go from a much higher percentage of people stacking today over the next 5 to 10 years. I think you're going to see a lot more people getting into it. I think it's going to become a big category. I think you're gonna see it a little bit more once we start to really have a rotation out of stocks and equities into gold and silver. And I do believe that's coming. That's one thing that the North Star Bad Chart guys hit really hard. And I'm seeing a lot of evidence that we're starting to see that. However, it also looks like we're going to probably have a blow off top first. And if we have that blow off top, I think it's going to be extremely explosive for gold and silver.
Yeah, you know, and here's the one thing I can tell you. Stuff is going to happen. There's going to be things out of left and right field. There's going to be black swans. There's going to be development. There's going to be governmental actions along the way. And history doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. So I could see why Lynette Zhang has some of the concerns she has and others. But what I could tell you is I've actually got a really complicated system that I'm going to share with you, Stacking Surfer. Please don't take this and monetize it on your channel. This is taking me years and years and years to perfect. And everyone watching right now, all 1,200 of you, please first hit the like button. We're only 95 away from 600, but get a pen and a piece of paper. Here's my complicated strategy and system. First thing you do, stack silver or gold, but I'm more bullish silver right now. The next thing you do nothing. And then step 3, stack some more. What do you think about that system? It's super complicated.
I completely agree with that system, and I'm serious. Now, the caution I'll give you guys is understand premiums when you're buying, okay? So, when I first got started, I was buying a lot of this stuff because I sold a company and I had extra money around. And I'm like, let's buy some cool premium stuff. Since then, I have figured out how to be savvier to buy below spot when we do a booth at a coin show. And then I've also been able to buy some at spot, and oftentimes I have to buy above spot, but depending on what I can do and where I can buy kind of determines what I pick up. So I'm not super picky about getting a certain kind of coin. I'm really looking more at like the margin and the spread on things, but I'm always accumulating. I'm always buying. Now, a lot of people call that dollar cost averaging. My way of doing dollar cost averaging is I have a consistent pattern of buying every week to every 2 weeks, but depending on what the charts look like, that makes a determination on how much I'm buying. So I kind of mix the two. So when we see dips, I'm buying a lot more than when I see a lot of green candles.
Right.
But I'm constantly doing that, and I'm adding to it. And I'm okay if I have to sell some of it down the road, because some of it I buy at a really good price, and it's going to be okay. And I've built some channels and local community to do that, plus relationships with people like Andy Sheckman and Miles Franklin. But at the same time, I see it as savings. I see it as an investment, a growth opportunity. And I frankly don't trust the banks. Like I mentioned, my family came from the banking sector, but our whole thing was set up to be able to help the little guy build a business, because a lot of people couldn't do it. It was to help the person get a loan that the bank wouldn't give them a loan. Unfortunately, that business got wiped out in 2008. It was a savings loan. All of them got wiped out. They didn't bail any of them out. I'll write a book about it one of these days. Because I'm a little suspicious on how that all went down. But the reality is you've got to find your groove. You've got to find what you like. You've got to get a couple different patterns of how to buy and understand things. And I think what I saw on your website looked pretty awesome.
Thank you.
You've got a lot of good research for people there. And, that's what I would tell people is education, right? Because I get a lot of people that leave comments that are like, hey, do I buy today? Do I sell today? Okay, if you're asking that question, you need to do more research. And what I mean by that is you need to do more research in education on learning how this works, because you shouldn't ever be asking anybody, should I buy or not? You should be asking, what are the signs, the road signs? So I live in Southern California. I go to Vegas, or I drive up to Utah to see family. I look for road signs to tell me how far I am, to see if I need to fill up my car. Do I need to stop for a bathroom break, any of that kind of stuff. All these things that are going on in the market are road signs for us to see as we get on that journey, and they help you get a better sense of how close you're getting to it. So I do believe there's going to be a day where we are all going to remember being able to buy silver below $100.
Oh yeah,
we're never
I
going
agree.
to do it again. And
I agree.
It's going to pass us up.
Dude, I remember saying, like, I wish I bought more under 15, and then I have friends that say I wish I bought more under 20. I have one friend that says I wish I bought more under 10. And now we can all say I wish I bought more under 50. I think we're not far away from saying I wish I bought more silver under $100 an ounce. I do believe that's on the precipice. We're on the precipice of that here. But I did want to say, and I want to echo something you said, Stacking Surfer, that silver is really like mid to long-term play. It's not a short, get-rich-quick scheme, physical gold and silver. The worst thing you could do is buy a bunch of physical gold and silver and set your timeline 6 months because it's going to shoot the moon. You're going to sell it and do just fine. That is extremely risky. Don't get leveraged. Don't take risks like that, ladies and gentlemen. Play it smart, stack smart, and that means even trading too. If you guys are in the paper market, if you're trading gold and silver, if you're doing these different things, ladies and gentlemen, trade within your means. Also stack within your means as well. And it looks like Stacking Surfer dropped out, but we'll wait for him to come back. But ladies and gentlemen, silver is pushing back higher here. We just hit a trading session high of 79.83. We are working on filling this gap here. We're on a red candle right now, 79.75. We're down about 0.73%. Since the market opened. That's about 50. We're down negative about 58 cents on silver. Gold's down about 0.49%, down about $23.22 as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. Smash that like button. Over 1,200 people in the stream right now. 546 likes. Thank you so much. That means only 54 more to 600. And I'm sure Stacking Surfer is going to join here in a second. But really quick, while we're waiting for him to come back, I want to see what you guys are tweeting. Thank you, Hayden. Hayden tagged me in this tweet from Silver Trade. Netanyahu abruptly leaves an appearance at Drew's event, rushes back to Jerusalem to take an urgent call from Trump. Ooh, what's coming, guys? Those are the geopolitics I'm talking about for the gold and silver watch out situations. Thank you, Ellie. Guys, I misspelled a response earlier. I said silver and golf, and now people are trolling me with the golf. Thank you, Meh, for that. Really appreciate it. Whoa says, is that, that's Butthead, I think, from Beavis and Butthead. Thank you, Ken, for putting out the post. And we got Vladdy here saying that's not de-dollarizations. That's them wanting assets not to be frozen when they invade Taiwan. Yeah, that's a good point too, Vladdy. That is a good point. Thank you for Blue Shadow for putting out the live stream. Thank you, Tony Stevenson, for putting that out. Variable saying, but sir, this is Charles' point. Charlie, don't stack. There you go. Thank you, Variable. And Roadkill, look at this. From 4.5 ounces of gold from Roadkill, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Oh, and I think we got him back. Hold up. I think we got him back here. We got you back. Man, oh, wait, we don't have him back. Hold up. Ah, he went away again. Okay, 1 second. He'll be back. Okay, so 4.5 ounces. Oh, I think he's back. No, he's not back. He keeps popping in and out, guys. They're hacking his connection. Roadkill here with 4.5 ounces of gold. Okay, he's back. Let me try this. Can you hear me? Are you there, Stacking Surfer? I can see him. He looks frozen. Guys, what is happening to his internet connection? I don't know. Future Motive here saying we are stacking Surfer Silver now. Come on in. Thank you, Future Motive. And Stacking Surfer put it out too. Thank you for putting that out, Stacking Surfer. Make sure you guys follow him on X, previously known as Twitter here. Here he goes. He's back. Can you hear me now? We can't hear you. You have no audio. Stacking Surfer. Ladies and gentlemen, he is under attack by the big bankers for sure.
How dare you?
Let's see if we can hear him here in a second as he is working on his internet connection. Thank you, Sicilian Stacker, for putting it out. Thank you, Hayden S. saying, let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. And Disconnector saying, wondering how many times a day you're going to spam us with coffee abs. Maybe have to unsub. Okay. That's fine, Disconnector, if you got to unsub. I literally, tweeted out someone else's stack, but whatever, man. All right, can you hear me, Stacking Surfer? I can't hear you. I can see you. You can hear me, but I can't hear you. And ladies and gentlemen, Silver is pushing as poor Stacking Surfer is having major issues there in California. They're hacking him. Everybody run, says Cheryl Clark. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. And I think he's back here again. Let's see here.
Let's try. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we got you.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, the bankers are trying to take you down or what?
Probably. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've got good connections, so I don't know why we're having issues.
Well, I'm glad you're back.
True.
It's good to have you back. And John, oh, we lost him. we lost him. He cut out. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Winterize is saying everyone buying silver, losing their minds without really trying to understand the markets or follow channel like yours, making bad decisions. Thank you for that, Winterize. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some people get some very high premium stuff and get hurt big time. I have seen it, and it's pretty heartbreaking when that happens. Don't you think that's heartbreaking, Stacking Surfer, when people get excited, they FOMO in and they just overextend?
They do. Hopefully you can hear me still. So there's a couple issues that come into play with that, right? Like, one is it's okay to buy stuff like this if you buy it right, but don't go paying, crazy premiums for it.
Right.
So that's number one. The second one is when you feel like you have so much anxiety, you need to go buy some silver right now because you're going to miss out. You have FOMO. Call a friend, come on to the chat in one of these live streams, and start asking people some questions on where they think things are going. Start looking at charts. Because when you start getting overly emotional about something and you're not buying just because it's part of your...
Ah, poor Surfer. Core number 3. Core number 3 got him, ladies and gentlemen. Core number 3 got him. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. We'll see. We'll give him one more second here, guys. But the interview may be over with Stacking Surfer. Poor Mortimer there.
Run.
But guys, what do you think? Are you enjoying what Stacking Surfer has to say? If so, make sure you go check out his channel. His link is pinned, and he's doing a gold giveaway at 27,000 subscribers, and he's only what 700-ish? Yeah, he's about 700 and something subscribers away, so he's not that far away. Not that far away at all, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Are you guys having a good stream? Are you having a good night? We're watching the market here, and we've been live now from the market trading for 42 minutes and 31 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. And we've been working on closing this gap. We did gap down, and there's CIO Trib. Thank you for the super chat saying, bye, Mrs. IS Coffee. Thank you for that, CIO Trib. I do appreciate that. We are working on filling the gap. Definitely. Okay. So silver right now is down about 0.79%. Gold's down about 0.55%, $25 there. And silver's down 63 cents. So we're going to see what we can do here. We're going to try to fill this gap, ladies and gentlemen. For all the channel members, there are three new channel member emojis on the channel right now as we speak. Try them out. There's the how dare you for this clip.
How dare you?
There's the pirate for when I play this clip.
Okay, this boat is coming like really close to us. Guys, he's gonna hit the boat. Oh, this is not good. Guys, it's a freaking pirate.
There's a turtle shell for when I play this clip. But I can't play that too long because we've definitely not filled the gap. So channel members, those are the new three new channel member emojis. And yeah, check them out. And I am going to be live at 7:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the market open in the morning. It should be fun. It should be, I think, explosive, ladies and gentlemen. And Barbara with the super chat saying, no soup for Stacking Surfer. Definitely no soup, guys. No soup for sure. I'm guessing he's restarting his entire computer right now. Blue Shadow saying, best interview so far. He is putting out some... out my kind of silver prediction, says Blue Shadow. There you go. Okay, I think he's back. We're
on the iPhone now. Let's see if this works.
Yes, I hear you and see you. You're just fine. Keep going. You were just about to say you're giving me your entire silver stack. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Yes. So buy fun stuff. It's a hobby too, guys. If you just buy generic bars, it's going to be boring. So get some fun stuff, but don't overpay for it. That's what I was saying. The second part I'm saying is FOMO. If you're starting to feel overly emotional and you're freaking out, like I've got to get in my car and run down to the coin shop right now to go buy, that's FOMO.
Man, we lost him again. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening here. Well, let's just round that up, guys. That is FOMO, fear of missing out. This got to be a meme, a disappearing magic meme. Fear of missing out, ladies and gentlemen, FOMO. You don't want to be victim to it. It makes you make irrational decisions when you're doing a FOMO type stuff. So do not fall victim to that at all. Okay, he's back. 1 second.
I am gonna do a giveaway though. I don't know how many people we got to. I don't think we got to the full amount, but let's do this. I'm gonna do. I will do 3 1 gold back giveaways today.
Woo!
So if you want to run those, just send me the information, and I can send those in mail to people this week.
Okay, guys, we're gonna do a 3 individual gold backs or 1 big prize.
Either way.
Oh man, I'm not prepared for this. I'm not prepared. When's your next live stream? When's your next live stream?
Friday.
How about what time?
I usually go on. It'll probably this week. We'll probably be doing it about 8 o'clock Eastern.
Okay. How about this? How about you do it on that? Because I'm not set up for it right now. And then I'm going to make sure all the crustaceans know to come there, sub you up, and you're going to be giving away some gold backs to all the crustaceans, right?
I will. And if we're at 27,000 by then we'll do the 5.
Woo! Ladies
These
and gentlemen,
designs are awesome. You guys want these?
If you love free gold and silver, he's going to be giving away this week, this Friday. So I'll find out the information, guys, and I'll put that out to you. Thank you so much for coming on, Silver Surfer.
Thank you so much. I don't know what's going on with the connection. It must be the bankers. So thank you, everybody.
Solar flares, EMPs.
Solar flares.
The North Koreans are attacking. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. We'll have you again on in the future. The crustaceans loved it, so thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it there. Stacking Surfer, literally attacked by the big bankers. But we got that interview done. Did you guys enjoy it? I enjoyed it in chat right now. As we're working on filling this gap, ladies and gentlemen, we are working on filling this gap. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. So I've got over 50 ounces of silver that I'm giving away in not the too distant future. And let me fix my camera here so I can do my camera view. 1 second. I had a little snafu at the beginning. Okay, there we go. So right now, in the not too distant future, I'm going to be giving away over 50 ounces of silver, a bunch of gold. I'm going to be giving away like 50 something ounces of copper. So guys, gals, make sure you're subscribed and definitely turn on those notifications because you're not going to want to miss that at all. As we're pushing up here a little bit higher here, 79.88 on silver. We're working on filling this gap. Let's wait around here for a little bit and see if we can, look, we're chewing into this gap, guys. I would love to fill this. I would love to fill this evening here. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Okay. So that's silver. Gold's coiling. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But guys, remember, Miami was fun. Guys, I went with Rat Stacker. We went to a special event. There's like a clothing company that's really popular with her age demographic. I was in a line at 3 a.m. I was in a line at 3 a.m. for Rat Stacker, getting her some clothes she really wanted. A special limited edition hoodie. And it was about 90 degrees outside. Nearly had a stroke. David, thank you so much for being a member for over 1 month. I appreciate it. I appreciate all channel members. A big thank you and shout out to all the Diamond Claw members on the stream. I really appreciate members. It's viewers like you that help me do what I do. Thank you so much. And the question for everyone on the stream right now, do you have Diamond Claws?
Diamond Claws.
Now, guys, Stacking Surfer's prediction of $1,000 silver was really bold. But remember, he's talking about in the next 10 years, the next decade. I definitely do not think the silver is going to $1,000 anytime soon. And if it does, it probably means it's because our money's been printed into oblivion and inflation's running rampant. But I do think we're going to be back over 100 and not the too distant future. I was bringing this up, but I didn't really have a time to like go over. I lost it. It's a chart, and basically, naturally, we're kind of in the June gloom, so to speak, of silver. And during these months, I'm trying to get down to the chart to show you guys. Hold up. Close your eyes if this is bugging you. I'm trying to get down to the chart here. Close your eyes if this is bugging you. Hold up. We're kind of in the June gloom, so to speak, for silver. We're nearly there. There it is. So look at this. June gloom. So from 1999 to 2025, here in April, May, And then June into July, we see a downtrend in silver. Also long-term 75 to 2025. We have seen that. And then it picks up in July, okay? So we are in that natural time of the year where silver and gold don't do that well. And look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Variable Stacker just gifted 5 International Stacker memberships, trying desperately to get John Soup. And those went to Yorkshire. It went to Craig. It went to MZR. It went to Kat. It went to Gian. Congratulations. Say thank you to Variable Stacker for those memberships. Check out your new custom channel member emojis. And I hate to say it.
Sir, I want some more.
No soup for John.
Taste the soup.
We tried. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
And we are continuing to close that gap, ladies and gentlemen. We just took another bite out of it here. So this gap now is only about 32 cents. At one point, it was like nearly $1. So 32 cents. Let's go here. Let's see what's happening. Did Trump message something on True Social? I know he said that something about the ceasefire. Hold up. Or about the Iranians. No, that's something else. No. I'm not seeing anything that I think. He did say that the Iranians' response was totally unacceptable, but I'm not seeing anything that would be driving this. So I'll have to look after I get off the live stream and try to dig up news for you guys in the morning. Silverpuck says, did you shop for silver lined yoga pants to stack? I did not. And guys, Hugh Jordan trying to get John Soup. Get to 5 memberships, and those went to Kat. It went to Nitty. It went to Niall. It went to Mouse and Yomi. Congratulations. Check out your new custom channel member emojis and say thank you to Hugh. And I hate to say it.
Sir, I want some more.
no soup for John.
Taste the soup.
We tried. No soup for John.
Good soup.
No soup for John.
No soup for you.
No soup for John. It's all
And we are pushing back here, ladies and gentlemen, in silver. Let's check out here in gold. John, you're going to get your soup one of these days. You just keep that empty bowl next to you. And guys, make sure you're subscribed, turn on those notifications. I got giveaways. I got fun stuff coming in the not to do this in future. And we're nearly to 700 likes. We've got only 80 more. We've got 1,000 of you on. So please smash that like button because I appreciate it. Let's go here, see what else you guys are saying to me here. Look at this from Michael. Viola wants her own round. Look at that. Whoa. That's Viola 3.0, by the way. Blue Shadow says, I don't drink coffee made in Belgium. There you go. There you go. He is not looking for soup. What does it say?
Northern winds I ride. Yo-ho, a hunter of silver am I.
Whoa, hunter of silver. Thank you for that, Michael. That is funny. Let's go here and see if we can see anything crazy real quick. I DM'd you on Discord creating a web app for our ledger. Nice. Thank you, Wex. Thank you. Iran handed the U.S. a list of demands that reads like they're winning hard. Keep the nukes, keep enrichment stockpiles, keep control of the Strait of Hormuz, end the war, lift all sanctions, return frozen assets. Nuclear talks can begin after every single one of those demands is met. Trump, I don't like Iran's response. Oil up 5%. Thank you for the happy Mother's Day, Brian. A big happy Mother's Day to everybody in chat. Guys, look at that. That's what happened. So oil's up 2.5, 3.83, about 4. So it's going to be a wild ride. We literally just went over those watch out situations. So it's going to continue to be a wild ride, probably all evening. I am going to be live at 7:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, so make sure to join me. I'll have all the breaking gold and silver news in the morning. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Like, comment, subscribe. A big shout out to Stacking Surfer. We'll have him on again in the future when the Russians, the North Koreans, or the big bankers aren't hacking his internet connection. Please go sub him up, show him some love. I really appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I guess I'll say CYOTNO. Catch you on the next one. Thank you, everybody.